What's going on? It's your boy Sermon at Sermon's Domain on Twitter. We now have confirmation that Jay-Z is dropping a new album on June 30th titled 444. This news comes after a new commercial was just unveiled last night, featuring more of the short film that is set to accompany it. So it's safe to assume that the film and the album will be out available on Tidal slash through Sprint. Like, there's a partnership where if you switch to Sprint, you get 6 months free for Tidal, which is a pretty good deal if you're looking to switch your phone service right now. But aside from that, the new trailer, it previewed a song called Adness. And Adness is the name of Jay-Z's father. So right off the bat, you know that this is going to be a real personal song. It's a subject matter that he hasn't really explored too much. There's probably been references to his father in some of the songs, but never like a full record. And so in the commercial, we get this small little snippet, and he says, "Letter to my dad that I never wrote." And I think right off the bat, that got me excited, because this is new territory for Jay-Z. This is something that Jay hasn't done before. Rob Markman, who works at Genius for artist relations, he tweeted something interesting, like a theory. He said, what if 444 is Adness Reeves' story told through Jay-Z? I think that would be an interesting idea. Jay-Z is someone who does well with a concept album. Look at American Gangster. And so I think that at this point in his career, this is something that he should do. Not necessarily this concept in particular, but a concept in general. That should be the album. You should listen to this album and feel like it's all connected. And not just like the album and the film connected, but like the music too. If you just want to listen to the music, it should be connected in some way, shape, or form. And I do believe that there is some validity to it. I think Rob is kind of, in the right direction with where this album is going to go. Regardless, the song Adness is going to be memorable. Like I said, this is new territory for Jay-Z. This is something that he has never done before. And so I'm expecting the album as a whole to be a little more personal. I think that is my biggest expectation. I want it to be personal. I want it to be short. I don't need 16 Jay-Z songs to unravel an entire concept. No, keep it light. Keep it to maybe 10 or 11 songs at most, and just focus on an idea. Focus on something that connects all the music together. That's what I want from Jay-Z. I do want a more personal album, because it's like, at this point in his career, what hasn't Jay-Z done? He's been personal throughout his career, but I feel like this is just like the natural way for him to go on this album. He did the art and bragging thing on Magna Carta Holy Grail, and I hope he never does that again. Not saying it's a bad album, but I don't need a repeat. So I hope, really do hope, that there is a lot more personal songs in here, especially because now he has twins. He's a father of 3 instead of just 1, as opposed to when he dropped Magna Carta Holy Grail. And so I'm expecting some kind of song like celebrating his twins that just came this past weekend. I believe that Jay-Z has really good timing, because he always seems to time this stuff around, some kind of event. And so with this new album, I feel like maybe the twins, they came a couple weeks earlier than expected, because it would make sense. Jay-Z wanted to put out an album around June 30th, and his twins being born around the same time, it makes sense. Jay-Z really looks at the marketing aspect way past like just marketing the album. He likes to create events. And I think he's going to create yet another one. Just having the short film and the album come around the same time is going to be a great feeling. We're going to be able to watch and then listen to the album, or listen to the album and then watch. And it's just going to be a fun night when Jay-Z's album 444 drops on June 30th. So the other thing that is noteworthy is that this album will be entirely produced by No I.D. Now, this comes from a Twitter user by the name of @TheBlack, Chris Black, who is a filmmaker according to his Twitter bio. He's verified on Twitter, but if that's not enough for you to believe it, well, there is another producer by the name of Theolanus Martin, and he's someone that I trust. He is someone who's not going to sit here and lie for the sake of retweets. And so he retweeted that tweet from Chris Black and said, oh, we could talk about this now. And then he went on, followed it up like, I've known for a second, but I had to play dumb. And he said he's not involved with the album, but he knew about it. And so I trust him. He's a trustworthy source. With this news comes even more excitement. Jay-Z and No I.D. have good chemistry together. They did DOA, Success, Run This Town. No I.D. was a part of Holy Grail. And there's more records that they've done over the years. And so I think this is going to be a really cool album. Again, it goes into something that Jay-Z really hasn't done. He hasn't done just an album with just one producer. You kind of got that with like Just Blaze and Kanye serving as like the executive producers for the Blueprint and producing all over that album, but you never got Jay-Z in a one-on-one setting. So one last thing before we close out. If you noticed in the title and thumbnail that I wrote Jay-Z in all caps with the hyphen, well, apparently a Rock Nation rep confirmed to Fader that Jay decided to switch his name back. So before he got rid of the hyphen, but now he brought the hyphen back and added all caps. What is the purpose of this? Well, we might never know. And I don't know that it has any significance other than maybe looking cool. So that was just something to talk about real briefly. And so now I want to open up the floor to you guys. What do you think about all this Jay-Z information? Are you looking forward to his upcoming album? What do you think about that snippet Adness from the commercial yesterday? What do you think about No I.D. producing the entire album? Is that disappointing news for you? Did you want Jay to work with a wide range of producers? Or do you have faith that No I.D. is going to give Jay what he needs? Talk to me in the comment section below, and then like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, share the video. Follow me on Twitter at SermonsDomain, and as always, thank you for your time. I appreciate you for watching, and until next time, peace.